Hey everybody, it's me, Shred Nature here, back with a brand new video. So I know it's been a long time since I've been posting videos, but South Florida has been having bad weather for the past month or so that's why I haven't been posting or streaming. But here in today's video, we'll be talking about what's been going on with Destiny 2 in the near future, and the future is very bright for this game and for the community. This is what the community really wants, something drastic to be happening with Destiny, because Destiny need a complete overhaul of this game, because if they stay with Activision one more year, I thought this game was not going to make it. I thought Destiny was going to be over. I'm not saying that it's going to be over completely, but I don't think a lot of people will be playing it at this point. So Bungie pulled the plug on Activision, went independent, and just go their route and figure out this is what we really need for the game. And number one step that they really did, this game is going to be free to play. And the second step, cross save. The third step, shadow keep and Eris making a really big return. And the fourth step is, of course, the Eververse menu items has been changed completely. And again, she's going to be having more changes completely for 2019 headed into September 17th, or just headed into September. Eververse is going to be having a complete overhaul of her whole menu and stored items. Basically what they were talking about is the Eververse items that you get from the, of course, the bright Ingrams. Now you guys know those Eververse items that you get from your hunter, for your warlock, and of course your titan. You see that perk and you're just like, I do like the armor set. The armor sets look really sexy, but at the same time it's just like the perk is really bad. The item, the design of the Eververse items are really cute. They're really nice. They're really sexy. You really like it. Now, this is a prime example that Bungie kind of put out here. What they're going to be doing with those Eververse items are basically, they're going to be called Universal Ornaments. So this is an example. This is the Dragonfly helmet that you got for your Titan. You don't like the design of it. You think it's ugly, it's plain, it's boring. So what's going to be happening with this armor set? Basically, armor cosmetics are going to change completely. So let's, for example, you don't like none of the spider, you don't like none of the the helmets or the ornament sets that you got from Nexus, IO, Earth, especially European Dead Zone. You don't like those armor sets. But you like the perks on those armor sets. Basically what you can do is you can just plant one of these universal ornaments that you got from Eververse, and you can go freely with that armor set. So armor cosmetics are going to be introduced into this game in September, and of course introduced in the patch. So that is something really amazing that Bungie really announced today, and people were highly excited for it. People was like, yes, this is really what Bungie really needs. This is what we're talking about. Something drastically came to the game, and this was it. Now, a lot of people say, okay, what's going to be happening with the ones that we already have now? You can dismantle those helmets and stuff that you have right now, because they said right here, before September 17th, 2019, dismantle all of your unused Eververse items to maximize your bright dust reserves. So basically, those Eververse items that you don't use and the perks are really bad, you can dismantle those items, because the bright dust are going to have a really big change heading into September. The biggest change of what's going to be happening with is now this fall we're changing the bright dust from pay and or play to win currency to play to earn reward. If you're playing thousands of hours of this game and you see something in the Eververse store but you don't have enough bright dust, basically you gotta use your hard-earned cash to buy bright dust. Why would you do something like that? Bungie is trying to deviate from that situation where it's like pay to win. Now they're flipping it to play to earn. I think a lot of these gaming developers need to really get onto the train that a lot of people this year, and of course heading into 2019 and 2020, a lot of people are living by paycheck by paycheck. So it's not really funny, it's a really serious matter. There are people out there living by paycheck by paycheck. Basically, they get that first week paycheck. That check is going to their bills. So I don't know why these developers are so money hungry nowadays. They need to understand that cost of living in America really went up high. In order for me to really make ends meet in South Florida, and basically to make the rent here in South Florida, there was an article state that I have to make $27 an hour in order for me to, you know, make ends meet here in South Florida. So people have to make $20 an hour. I mean, everybody, in order for them to live, you know, the high-end life in South Florida. So all jokes aside, I'm glad that Bungie is kind of understanding, like, look, people are living by paycheck, and they can't afford all this money and stuff that we're planting in their face. Like, I didn't buy Shadowkeep just yet. I'm gonna be paying off the bills first and then buy Shadowkeep. I got how many months left? I got like, what, 3 months left until the game sets to release, and I can buy that game right in the month of September. So that's because everything's digital now, so I'm not in a hurry to buy the game just yet. So the Bright Dust currency are going to be earned to play, meaning play to earn to play, whatever you want to call it nowadays. Bright Dust rewards are going to be coming from completing Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit bounties. So all those bounties that you collect during the reset date, all those are going to reward you Bright Dust rewards. And it makes sense. I mean, you got this community, these streamers, these content creators, they put thousands of hours into this game. They need to have some sort of reward for their hard work that they do in this game. I mean, they put thousands and millions of hours into this game. We should get something rewarded. So that's really good. Also, it's been pretty uncool to go into collection stream and spend your Bright Dust to get shaders and ghost shells or whatever. We're going to fix that too. Beginning on September 17th, Eververse items in your collection will cost Glimmer and Legendary Shards. If you want to keep pulling out the exotic sparrow that looks like a motorcycle until you get a good sparrow perk, you know, instant summons, like some people like to have a, you know, exotic sparrow that they can, boom, get onto the sparrow very quickly, you can do that with Legendary Shards and Glimmer. So that is a really big change coming into Destiny, is the collection stream are not going to be spent on Bright Dust. They're going to be spent on Glimmer and Legendary Shards. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a comment down below of the big changes. I will leave the article in the comment section and in the description of the video so you guys can read through the whole article. I just kind of picked through parts of the article that was very important to the player space, but they had a little bit more details of, you know, discussing about the Bright Dust and the changes to dismantle the Eververse items. All of that was discussed in that article. Like I said, if you did enjoy the video, leave a comment down below, hit the thumbs up if you want to see more, and I will catch you guys in my next post.